Hi everyone! I cannot wait for this episode of Biscuits of Britain because I am starving. I had breakfast this morning. I'm trying to think what time I had breakfast. About 10 o'clock, half 10. And it's now 6 o'clock, I think. Half 5, 6 o'clock. So I am very hungry. I should have had lunch, but I've been filming most of the day, well, all day really, so I forgot. But I knew I had Biscuits of Britain coming up, so I felt perfect. So without further ado, let's get the tea brewed. Got some freshly boiled water. For some reason it's leaking. Put that in there, give it a stir. Got a little tea plate there just to put things on. Very cock-handed. So what's on the biscuit plate this week? This week we're having a bit of a flashback. If you remember, a lovely girl called Soraya sent me a packet from Holland. It was quite a while ago. She sent me loads of Christmas things and there was 2 packs of biscuits in. This is how many biscuits I had to sort of work through. There was 2 packs of biscuits in and I wanted to save them for Biscuits of Britain. This is Biscuits of Britain Holland edition. So the first one we have are roomboter stroopwafels. Which are no less funny now than they were. Why does that make me laugh? Roomboter stroopwafels. And this is what they look like. I think you get these in kind of Starbucks and stuff to place on top of coffees or hot chocolates and they melt or something like that. So they're kind of a caramelly, very thick caramel biscuit, which I'm looking forward to. Just remembered that I don't have any paper to write the scores down on. I'll go and get it after my tea's brewed. And next up we have nobo sprits. These are a serious biscuit. Nobo sprits. The biscuit that takes no crap. These are obviously chocolate, but they kind of look like they've got chocolate on one bit and it looks like they've got peanut butter on another, but I don't think it is. I just think that's the biscuit. So excited to get my gnashes around these. See if my tea is ready. See if it's brewed enough. Somebody was asking me, aren't teapots for putting brewed tea in? And I was saying that over here at least, a teapot is where you brew the tea. You don't get a teapot to put brewed tea in to then pour it into a cup. even when you go to, for posh afternoon tea, where they do everything correctly, your teapot comes with tea bags in it, or usually, if you can get the loose leaf tea, and obviously do it that way. But last time I went for afternoon tea, I had a teapot with hot water, and then I put my tea bag in it and brewed it, then poured it in the cup. This one's a bit of a sloppy pourer. Right at the end there. The reason I don't like it running down is it runs down on the tablecloth and stains the tablecloth. My milk. Let's have a taste. Perfecto. Right. I'm going to snaffle some paper and a pen, and I'll be back pronto. And I am back with my very good score sheet. This is actually my boyfriend's gym workout personal training thing. I don't think he'll mind having Biscuits of Britain stuff on it. So what will we look at first? I think we'll look at the nobo sprits. So we're doing sound. It's promising. Take my headphones off just. I like that. It's very gentle. Some nice crinkles to it. I'm going to give that a 3.5. So noble 3.5. The roomboter stroopwafels. Again, very satisfying. And I like how the sound is changed by the biscuits inside. There's a heaviness to it. Because these are heavy, I could lift weights with these. I think that's actually oh, I really like the sound of that. I'm gonna go and give them a 4. Also, I'd like to apologise to, I think it was Ginger Thins. I missed out a score when I scored them, so I did put it on the end of the video. I think the score was like 17 and it was 21. I totally missed out. I think it was texture. So they actually got a higher score than I initially thought they did. Now the moment I've been waiting for. Taste. Okay, so I've opened them up as always. You can just see her pulling out the end there. Oh, pull a few out. Oh, they're very crumbly. So, this is what they look like. got the chocolate on one half, and it is just biscuit on the other half. So let's have a go. If I'm honest, I think anything would taste good right now. But these are nice. The biscuit's very... It doesn't have a flavour. It doesn't really have like a flavour added to it like vanilla. It's literally just butter. The chocolate. The chocolate's okay. It's not the best chocolate. I would actually probably prefer the biscuit without the chocolate. Taste. They're not something I'd buy. You know, if after I finish this pack, because I will. They're not something, if I saw them, I'd think, oh, I'd buy those again. The chocolate kind of ruins them for me because it's not particularly nice chocolate. But at the same time, they're not horrible. They're not like a banana dodger. Poor banana dodgers. Score, I'd give them a 5. They really are just middle of the road. They're not particularly nice and they're not horrible, so I'll give them a 5. Or would I always do this? The problem is I try and compare them to my last scores rather than from the moment. So I'm thinking, what did I give a banana dodger? And I might have felt differently about the scoring system. I'm going to give them a 4.5. Because although 5's middle of the road and 10's the best, that only gives me a few numbers in between for close to excellence. Let's taste the roomboter stroopwafel. I'm sat here trying to think what they taste like. They taste like waffles. I'm thinking it's a familiar taste. Familiar of something I don't have very often. I rarely have waffles, like rarely. I probably have waffles once a year, but I know what they taste like. And obviously these are called roomboter stroopwafels, but they actually taste like waffles. There's rich, sugary, but not like a white sugar where it's too much. It's kind of a more of a caramel, you know, like a demerara sugar. It's softer, it's richer, almost caramelised. That's probably, I'm guessing there's caramel in the middle of this, and I think that's where it comes from. They're very nice. They're almost the kind of things that you'd eat and think one is probably enough. Awfully sorry, my flag came down again and scared me. There was a clip in my bloopers for my last blooper reel where the flag came down, but because I didn't have this camera and I had my old camera with a mirror, I sort of sensed it first and then kind of saw it in the mirror, whereas this one I could actually watch it. It still scared me a little bit. It's totally put me off. Yeah, they're kind of, when I'm eating them it feels more like I'm having like a chocolatey treat, like say if I had a double decker or Snickers, you know, I would have one, not loads, rather than a digestive. But let's not let that affect the score. They're nice. I'm going to say a 7.5. Really nice taste. Very lovely. 7.5, and I'm not budging. Not changing my mind. Can you hear that sellotape creaking? Next up, it's crunch and texture. So I'm going to try crunch. Crunch is a hard one because I can't really hear it. I can only hear it inside my head. It's low. It's not got a snap to it. Crunch is probably what would crunch be? Let's just have another one. .5. Texture. I think it's going to score higher texture. Very, very similar, almost identical. What are they called? Viennese biscuits. They're called Viennese whirls, they're them. Or am I thinking of a walnut whip? It may be a Viennese whirl I'm thinking of. Very, almost melt in your mouth, soft. Lovely delicate crunch. Melts in your mouth. Like it's like sand that you can eat. Just sort of dissolves. A 3.5 for texture. I'm awfully sorry, I'm getting distracted. I've got my phone over there on silent, and it's just lit up and it's putting me off. It doesn't normally, but my friend is she's due to have a baby. My best friend's due to have a baby next week, and she could really have it. I won't go in and out of the details, but she saw the midwife yesterday, and basically they're trying to start things off, so she could really start going into labour anytime from now. So every time I see a text I'm thinking, oh, is that her, going into hospital? Is she in labour? So when I boil a kettle for the dunk test, so it turns out my SD card actually wanted to fill itself up before I could even get down to the crunch test. I had a quick check and it wasn't my friend. So all is calm again. So we're on crunch. Literally 0. There's no crunch. 0.5. Because it's satisfying to bite into, but there's no sound, which you might think is texture, but it's not. There's a sound when you bite into it. It's like a very gentle gravel sound. So texture. Very wet in my mouth right now. It's a nice texture. It's chewy. It's got a nice chewy quality to it. The waffles on top are a little crumbly. They're not hard. It's not like a wafer. They're really nice waffles on top. Very nice texture. I'd give them a 4. Because they're definitely nicer than that, the texture. Okay. Now, it's time to go for a swim. Okay, so I've got my 2 glasses there. There's a bit of crumb spillage. Move that. Water's freshly boiled. And if anyone's wondering why I used freshly boiled water, it's the only way I can really get consistency. I know people have said, and I agree, you don't dunk biscuits into boiling hot water, which is right, you don't. However, if I dunk it into my tea, it's been sat for different lengths of time, so it's going to be hotter or colder sometimes. So to have boiling water, although it doesn't fully represent how the biscuit will fare in normal tea, it's the closest I have to being the same each time. So we'll do the nobo sprits. Go for a dunk. 1, 2, makes it back. Oh, and then no. Disintegrates. So that's 2 points. because obviously it wouldn't make a double dunk. It would make a dunk, make it to your mouth, and then of course we're done with. So that'll be 2 for the dunk. What do you think about this? I've got a feeling I know what it's gonna do. 1, 2. Yeah, still rock hard. 1, 2. Yep, so this will take some bending off. I'm only snapping that bit off so I can eat the rest. Oh, look, it's melted. And this will get 3 points for a double dunk. So the scores have been tallied up. I think you can probably guess who the winner is. If you've been keeping track, you'll definitely know who the winner is. In second place in this episode with 16 points is the nobo sprits. Very delicious. Just the chocolate wasn't all that, but texture, it was lovely, and the biscuit itself was delicious. These would probably be lovely without the chocolate on. And of course, in first place is the roomboter stroopwafels with 19. Now, if you're watching these thinking, it's kind of how I rate the biscuits if I'd eat them, it's not kind of like that. There are some biscuits that I like the taste of over others, however they score more because they have a nicer sounding packet. So this is my Biscuits of Britain ASMR. It's not just me tasting biscuits, it's a whole, you know, thing. It's the package, whole package really. The actual packet, the crunch, the sound of the crunch, the texture, the taste. And of course the most important thing in a biscuit, how many times it can be dunked. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I did. I'm going to have one more of those and finish my tea. And if I get a chance, I'm going to try and film the next episode with some German biscuits down there. I don't think I am because my boyfriend's on his way home from football. So I think he's probably going to come trundling in halfway through and disrupt everything. So I'll probably just have to eat some biscuits and give up. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have these biscuits at home, eat them on a regular basis, or have tried them, let me know. I love it when you guys have actually tried the biscuits I've had, or buy the biscuits I try. So many people have messaged me now saying I've bought Tunnix caramels or Tunnix tea cakes, and they tell me how much they love them. Unfortunately, because they come from like the UK, they're a little bit, well, a lot more expensive, so people are paying like crazy prices for them, which is insane. But yes, if you've tried any of these biscuits, please let me know what you thought of them, and I will see you on the next episode.